So today's job is, now that this wall's down, is for me to carry on and take the rest of this plasterboard off the walls in the kitchen area. But before I do that, I've got to move this cooker and the fridge out of the way. Oh, and you might not see Marie on the camera wandering around today. She's put in a sick day. Last night she was cooking the dinner and accidentally stabbed herself with the knife right in between her thumb and her finger right here. It was quite deep, but I don't think it needs stitches, but it's gone and swelled up a little bit today. So she'll do anything to get out of coming on the camera. Let's just carry on taking this wall down. Loads of holes, look, in there.
Is that tube thing?
Waste pipe in the sink.
Oh, that's gone. I didn't even notice. What's that?
Looks like it.
Is that tiles?
That is.
Oh!
What?
The spider! Get down! Yeah. Where is it?
Yeah.
There was a young lady whose nose was so long that it reached to her toes. So she hired an old lady whose conduct was steady to carry that wonderful nose. If you think we're waxworks, you ought to pay.
They're all from. That's all from Alice in Wonderland.
Is it?
Yeah, look. Mad Hatter. Anderson. Right, we had a bit of a technical issue. I didn't realise that the battery had gone on the camera. We was looking at the tiles that was next to the sink. They were theme tiles from what I think it's from Alice in Wonderland. Now let's have a look at these tiles. Let me know in the comments what you think these tiles are from. Okay, so now that this wall's down, my next job now is to start taking this render off the walls. That's what I'm going to start doing now. Right, now I've got that wall down, I'm now just going to have a cup of tea and a clean up, and I'll catch up with you in a bit.
Please like and subscribe to my granddad's YouTube channel.
Okay, so we've now cleaned all that rubble up that we got off of that wall, which is looking good. Next is for me to start this wall over here by the window and the back door. This back door eventually will be gone because we'll be bricking that one up because we don't require the back door to be there because this is going to be our kitchen. Obviously, I'll give you some sort of idea on what we're doing. Sink under the window, obviously, units and everything across this wall. Back door bricked in. We're going to have an island across here where the old wall was, and then over this side where this window is, that window is going to go, but starting from this side backwards, we're going to be putting in some French doors. We can look out over the land at the back. That's the plan for this area. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to carry on taking the render off of this wall here up to the other side of the door. Okay, people, it's another day. I didn't realise that the battery went on the camera yesterday, so let me go and show you what we finished up doing yesterday. As you can see, I finished the wall round by the back door and the wall that side as well. My next job this afternoon now is going to be to start taking the render off around by the front door. Let's go ahead and make a start on that. Okay, that around the door is now going to be left, all that pink section. So I've just knocked a couple of holes here and there, and it is solid concrete. It's not lime mortar. And I've gone quite deep, and it's absolutely solid. I'm not going to take that off. There's no point taking that off because that is absolutely solid there. What I do is I'll move along to where the blue walls are, and start taking the render off of that instead. Let's go ahead and have a look at that. You can actually see here where the stone actually finishes, and then it's all concrete from there. So that's quite interesting. There's the end of the stones, and the rest of that is all formed concrete. So that makes me wonder whether the door was originally here or not. So I'm just going to work my way onto the other side, on the blue side, and see what's behind this. By the looks of it up here, it will be stone. Also there's solid concrete here as well. I will want to remove this. Let me just go ahead and try and take this side off in the blue, and you can see the colour difference in the lime and the concrete as well. So the lime is a lighter colour, the concrete is dark. Let's try this side. Okay, so I've been trying to get this mortar off the walls, and I've discovered it's about an inch to just over an inch thick. So do you think I should be taking this render off the walls or not? Let me know in the comments. Meantime, I'm just going to leave it as it is. Let me go ahead and show you what's going on. There we go. This outside wall here, which is on the front of the cottage, really isn't that damp. And as you can see, the render is just over an inch deep. Done it in a couple of places. That's in the living room kitchen area. I'll just show you in the hallway as well. In the hallway here as well, I've also done a bit. And again, it's just over an inch thick. And these walls on this side of the house aren't damp. The dampness seems to be on the back side of the cottage, which I have discovered that the render isn't as thick. It's quite thin. So I'm wondering if that hasn't helped either. Tongue-tied. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the render on the back side of the house off and leave the front of the house. If you think that's a good idea, please let me know in the comments, because I don't see the point of taking off lime render that's over an inch thick and it's not damp. Let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, well, I'm going to leave these walls for a bit while we decide what to do. I'm just going to take off this piece that's sticking out that used to be where the old door frame is. I'm just going to go ahead now and knock that piece back. Myself again. I really need to go and buy myself some gloves. I think I keep wrapping my knuckles everywhere. My hands are just getting cut to pieces. Okay, so that's that bit off. I'm just going to have a cup of tea and clean that up, and I'll catch you in a sec.
Please like and subscribe to my granddad's YouTube channel.
Well, my next job is to start going stripping down this wall over here by the back door. Let's go and make a start. Right, so that's the rest of that plasterboard all stripped off. I'm just going to go and clean that up, and I'll catch you in a sec. Okay, so while I'm doing this and cleaning up, let's go and see what Marie's up to. Marie is working away in the snug, where she's lovely and warm, because we've got a diesel heater on in here at the moment. She is up there on top of the trestles there, chipping out the walls, ready for lime rendering. And she's doing a marvellous job, as you can see. You enjoying yourself, Marie?
Having a great time.
Good on you. You're working really hard. Right, I'm going to go back into where I'm going. So we finally got Marie on the camera. Right, I'm going to now make a start getting the render off of that wall there. I apologise for the light, it's starting to get dark outside now. It's 20 to 4 and it gets darker very early here now, since the clocks went back. I'm just going to make a start on taking that render off, and we'll see how long we got the light for. I'm going to carry on with that. Don't know how long we have the light for. I said I don't know how long it stayed light. Okay, so the light's getting pretty bad now for the camera. I'm going to carry on for a little bit more, then I'm going to stop. I'll catch you in the morning. Okay, I'm back, so let's carry on what I was doing. Okay, so before I go any higher and taking that render off on that wall, I'm going to go ahead and start taking the ceiling down. But before that, I'm going to go for a cup of tea. Okay, I'm back. I've now cleaned up all that render that I've taken off so far. So we thought we'd have a quick look up in the loft or the attic to make sure there was nothing that was going to fall on my head when I took down the ceiling. Now we have found some interesting stuff in there. So let me go ahead and give you a quick look of what we found. Found lots of flooring, wood flooring. There's Ollie in the way there. Come on, that way, Ollie. He likes to be on the camera. We also found some tins of paint, some pottery, like cups, plates, saucers, some sleeping bags, blow-up beds, some vases, a kettle, iron, toaster. But one of the interesting things we did find was these magazines here. Now, I don't know if you can see the date there. The oldest one we got there is July 1937, and it cost 50 cents in the USA. So this goes right back to 1937, July 1937. The most recent one that we found in there was 1974. So there's a good pile of them there, dating back from 1937 to 1974. We also found this Bible as well, and these prayer beads that obviously belong to someone who used to live here. There is a little note inside as well. I can't quite read it, but I will be posting pictures of it up on our Instagram so you can have a look. Wine bottles we found up there as well. I think they was using them for candles because there's a bit of wax down the side of one of them. Obviously they was using them for candles. A couple of diaries, nothing written in them, they're empty. A really old book here, some German book. Again, we will be posting pictures of everything we found on our Instagram. Also, we found up there are lots of old pictures as well. There's quite a few pictures here, as you can see. Yeah, there are a lot of religious pictures here as well. Just quickly go through them, like so. We will posting pictures of these up as well. There's an old oil painting there as well, but I couldn't see any signature on it, so I wouldn't know who the artist was. An old blind as well we found up there. No brackets with it, otherwise we could have used that for something, but never mind. Now that's what we found in the loft. What I'm going to do now is just clean this lot up out the way, because it's in my way now, and then I'm going to start taking down the ceiling. I'll catch you guys once I've moved all this out the way and we start taking the ceiling down. Right, I'm back. Now I've had a clean up. What we're going to be doing now is we're going to start taking down the rest of this ceiling. Then once I've got the rest of the ceiling down, I can then carry on taking all the render off the wall over there. I will also have to remove this water tank as well, because we're no longer going to be using that water tank. Now then, let's make a start. Right, now that all that plasterboard is down off the ceiling, I'm just going to have a clean up and I'll catch up with you once I've had a clean up. Hi everyone, done all that cleaning up now. What's going to happen now is I'm going to call it quits on the video this week. But before I go, I'd just like to say a very big thank you to Pamela Y for buying me a coffee this week. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, like my grandson said earlier in the video, if you haven't already, please subscribe and like the videos. And also leave a comment. We really appreciate all the comments and we answer them all. Once again, thank you very much to everyone that has already subscribed as well, and to my channel members. And I will catch you next week when we unreveal something very special in the cottage. See you next week. Bye.